Good morning everyone, this is As Mohammad Khan and I welcome you with today's segment. Today we are starting a new chapter and it is related to body fluids and circulation. Students, body fluid. What is the body fluids? Means all the living organisms have the body, and the fluid means they have one particular fluid in their body, and that fluid is found in the different forms. Like unicellular organisms, they have the body fluid in the form of cytoplasm because their whole cell works as a single body, and with the help of that they do all the function, and in this they contain all the nutrients, waste, enzymes in their body or in their cytoplasm. So we can say that they don't have circulatory system. Circulatory system is completely absent in the unicellular organisms or the protozoa, student. With this, it is also absent, means the circulation or the body fluid is found in their tissues directly. That's why it is also absent, means the circulation is also absent in some sponges, cnidarians and flatworms. Because their circulation is done with the help of tissues itself, means their body fluids is found in cells or the tissues that they have. So we can say that the unicellular organisms, sponges, cnidarians and flatworms, they don't have the circulation. They have their fluids in their cells or the tissues, and that movement that they have, that is streaming movement, and in which the main component that is found, it is water, and inside the water there are the different components are found, like the electrolytes are found. With this, the gases are found, oxygen and carbon dioxide are found in them, and with this hormones and the enzymes are found. So the living organism, according to the circulation, we can categorize the two type of living organism. One have the circulation and another don't have. So the living organism that do not have the circulation come in the category of sponges, cnidarian, flatworm and protozoa, means unicellular organism, student. Now we come. There are some living organism, or we can say that most of the living organism have a proper circulatory system, student. Means they have the circulatory system from which the electrolytes, gases, ions and food, waste are transported from one part to another part, and it is found mainly in the multicellular organisms or in the higher organisms. And there are the two types of circulatory systems are found in them. Means inside the multicellular organisms there are the two types of circulatory systems are found, student. So first is open circulatory system and second is closed circulatory system. So today we will discuss about the classification of the circulatory system or the importance of the circulatory system. So as I have told you that what is the main importance, means with the help of the circulatory system, the body fluids is transported from one part to another. Now what the body fluid contains, student? It contains food, waste, enzymes, electrolytes and hormones. All these substances or the components are found in the body fluids, and they are transported from one part to another with the help of circulatory system. So first circulatory system is open circulatory system. In this, there is no blood vessels are found, means the proper blood vessels or the tubes like structures are found in less quantity or sometimes they are not found. Means their body fluid is directly supplied in the body space, and that space is known as hemocoel, student. What we call hemocoel. And the fluid that is transported in their space, in the body space, that is known as blood sinus, or with this what we call it hemolymph. So hemolymph they have, means their blood is known as hemolymph, and with the help of the hemolymphs their food, waste, ions or electrolytes are transported, or with this the important gases are also transported. It's like the oxygen is transported, carbon dioxide is transported directly without any blood vessel. And in this they have the heart-like structure, and that heart-like structure directly supply the hemolymph to their body parts, and with this from the body parts again that fluids come back to the heart with the help of the vein-like structure, student. So they have the open circulatory system, means the living organism that have the open circulatory system. Our example is arthropods, means the insects like the cockroach, grasshoppers. They have which type of circulatory system? They have open circulatory system, student. For this there are the two words you will learn. First is hemocoel and second is hemolymph. What is hemocoel? Hemocoel is their body space in which the body fluids is transported or circulated, and second is hemolymph. With the help of that all these components are transported, student. Hemocoel is the space in which the body fluid is found, and their body fluid is known as hemolymph. Now we come on the closed circulatory system, student. This closed circulatory system is found in the chordate, student, especially in the chordata, and in the chordata in the higher organisms like the mammals or the vertebrates it is found. Means all the vertebrates have the closed circulatory system. For this they have one particular pumping station, and that pumping station is known as heart. They have the tubes-like structures, and those tubes-like structures are known as blood vessels. With this they also have the small tube-like structures, and those are known as blood capillaries. And the component, means their fluid that is transported by the blood vessels, is known as blood, student. So they have the proper circulatory system, means that proper circulatory system is known as closed circulatory system, and that closed circulatory system is facilitated with the help of heart, student. With this, in the closed circulatory system there is another system is also found, that is known as lymphatic system, student. And the lymphatic systems is transported with the help of lymph, and those lymph are found, or lymph vessels are found just below the blood vessels, and they contains the lymph with the fat, student. Means fat is transported via the lymphatic system. So about the lymphatic system and the blood circulatory system we will discuss in our next segment. Thank you very much and have a nice day.